Hello everyone, we are back with the Suzuki Grand Vitara, and it has been 1 year since the last service I did to the car, and today I will replace the gasket of the intake manifold as well as the EGR gasket. Let me tell you and show you why. You might hear a whistling noise when the engine is idling. I connected an OBD scanner to the torque app on my phone to show the fuel trim values. Without getting too deep into the explanation, these values basically show how the ECU is adjusting fuel injection based on the air-fuel ratio that's being burned in the cylinder. In this case, I'm looking at the short-term fuel trim, and you can see the numbers are pretty high. The ECU is adding about 20% more fuel than usual. That usually means that the mixture is too lean. In other words, there is not enough fuel, or we can say there is too much air. These fuel trim values drops when I press the gas pedal, and that's a common sign of a vacuum leak, because at idle the mixture will be affected more heavily on vacuum, and any extra air coming in has a bigger effect compared to higher RPM. You can try to locate the vacuum leak by spraying some brake cleaner around the engine bay. Since it's flammable, the ECU will quickly adjust the fuel mix when the spray gets sucked in through a leak. You will see the fuel trim drop immediately. In my case, the drop only happened when I spray near the intake manifold. So I suspect there is a leak around the gasket over there. I got here the gasket for the EGR and the gasket for the intake manifold. All the parts, as you can see, are Suzuki original. About them from amayama.com. So let's start with the job. Okay, so I removed off camera a couple of things. I removed the air filter, the harness from the throttle and from the MAF sensor. I already removed the air hose, and now I will remove some coolant hoses. I sorted them to figure out which goes where, and I will have to take the evap valve out and some more lines, and I guess also the drive belt as well as the power steering pump, and then the whole intake manifold will come out. I hope so. When you put the bolts back on, you can never lose them. Okay, what I got left, this is fine. The steering pump have 3 bolts mounting it to the engine. And last one. So there is one nut here and 3 bolts. That bolt you have to use a flexi extension, as you can see, otherwise it will never come out. The EGR is connected here somewhere. I hope I can handle it. It's time to search the bolt. I think there's another nut over there. Like I thought, there is another nut over there, and I removed this bracket as well. I can't see actually, but going with my hands. Oh. Okay, I have to remove the EGR pipe down there. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to reassemble everything back on the car, and I'm not going to show you that because it will be long. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, everything is back in place. Before we fill up engine oil and coolant, I want to show you the coolant hoses I just replaced. It was on time because I guess maybe in the couple of months, maybe one of them will finish its life. They don't look so good, so it was about time to change it before something happened. Now let's fill engine oil and coolant and start her up. I think it's about 4.8 liters. Okay, let's wait for the oil to go down to the oil pan, and in the meantime I'll fill the coolant. After I fill it all the way, I'll put the new kit and do air bleeding to the system. Well, I had an incident right after I finished filling up the coolant. This little hose, as you can see, it's the only one I didn't replace. Okay, let's check the oil level. Fix. I will start her up and then I will fix the level. Sometimes you forget only small sensor. It will need a couple of minutes to settle down and figure out the idling. The temperature starts rising up and you can see the bubble start coming up as well. Let's continue with the massage. Oh, good. Because there is a lot of air in the system, the coolant temperature is very high, but as soon as the bubble will go up, oh, as you can see now, the thermostat is opened up and now you will see the level will drop. The lower hose is still cold because there is a lot of air in the system. There is still no pressure in the heater core hoses. Oh, you saw the drop. See it from closer. The gap of 300 milliliters, it's all air. Now I'll go to the hoses of the heater core. Still cold. The hoses of the heater core are already hot, but the lower hose is still cold.